let's get to the point, because I want to get to one of your main concerns, regardless as to what I think. I want to get to your main concern. You feel that you're having trouble with a specific contracting officer. Is that what has been bothering you? You feel
Yes.
like that relationship, like you were getting more business and suddenly it slowed down and you're trying to figure out what's going on?
Yes. Now, to not give you, I don't want to go into full deep details.
Right. We'll keep, because we want to keep it. You can tell me specifics without names.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay. So this particular contracting officer, I was dealing with him. I had a great relationship with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, it started to trickle down, like getting a little worse. He would send me offers that it would be Friday dinner, Saturday breakfast, Saturday dinner, Sunday breakfast, say 300 people, 275, 250. Then all of a sudden he just stopped. And now when he sends them, it's 75 people, 50 people, 90 people. And within where I live at, there's about 20 bases, 20 armories within a 2-hour window. 20. And they're always busy. And guess how many times I get sent offers? Probably 1% of the time.
Wow.
Yes. And when I approached his supervisor about it. She just directed me back to him. Okay. And I was like, well, he's not doing what he's supposed to do.
Now, do you have a contract with them, like a BPA or something, a blanket purchase or an ongoing IDIQ or something like that?
They're just trying to implement an IDIQ for this year.
Okay, for food services.
Okay. For food services. And I put my name down as one of the vendors. Now, that's been about 2 months ago, and I still hadn't heard anything back as far as, is it going to be a yes or a no, or we're still gathering information. Okay. Nothing of the kind. But I was blessed to get a BPA with the another state, and I'm also working on another BPA with another state.
So those are state level contracts. Those are not federal.
No, they're federal.
They are federal too? Okay. All right, wonderful. Which agencies are those though? Are they still DOD?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that's interesting. So here's what I want to tell you. Contracting officers, I know a lot about them and how they are. I deal with them myself. One of the things about contracting officers is you did some of the right things, tried to communicate. A lot of people are afraid to communicate with them, but you did the right thing. What could have changed is he could have, look, this is going to sound funny, but this is exactly how it is. He could be dating someone else while he's dating you. He could be getting better pricing from them. You just never know. And if you're feeling that the activity is still there, but he's slighting you or just breaking you off a little bit when you've been doing a good job, and you're asking him, hey, because I know you told me, you asked him, is there something wrong? You know, did something change? And he really hasn't given you any information, has he?
He has not.
Okay, so have you ever been in your CPARs? Do you know if a CPARs has been opened up for you?
I do not know.
Okay, so a CPARS, you know what that is, right? That's where they can give you a review on what you do. You might need to see if there's one open, because they're really supposed to report how things are going. It doesn't have to be bad. It's just if someone were to ask them for a recommendation. So what I want to say to you is, if you're getting other work, but you're still getting things from him, I would not stress about it anymore. What I would do really is, unless you feel like, do you feel these other two accounts that you're getting, that they're going to make up for because I know you were getting some big numbers. You were just starting to really get up there where you were getting those big numbers. I saw that. Do you feel that these other two states that you've just gotten business from is going to make up for those numbers?
Well, one state keeps me busy.
Okay.
I can tell you that now.
Okay.
At least twice a month. They
Okay.
keep me busy. Even though it's just a weekend thing,
It's still busy because you got to
still,
prepare for it. You got to. Now, do you
yes.
take a team with you sometimes, or is it just you and maybe one other two or other people?
Depends on the amount.
Okay. All right.
So if the amount is 250 people, of course, it's going to be me and about three more other people.
Okay. So what
If
I
it's
want to, okay, I think that you're going to get a lot of business this year. I do. You know why? Because there's so much going on. People are trying to get things moving. Budgets are going to be very heavy now that the government agencies are able to use this money. What I think you need to do, Jeffrey, is I think that it's what I said. It's either they're giving him very low pricing, he's using somebody else. If you know those numbers are still there, he's using someone else and he's using you. He doesn't want to completely let you go. They do that. They sometimes split up the business between businesses because remember, they have to protect themselves too. The only thing I don't agree about is that he's not being honest with you about whatever's going on. He has the right to split up the business, okay? But what I want you to know is you should not have all your business with just one DOD agency. But I know he controls a lot of the bases. I get that because he does, right? Am I right about that?
he
But
is he's the head, when there's food service contracts, they go to him first, and sometimes he'll give a few to the other officers for them to distribute out. Sometimes I get offers from them like
he's the
that.
head guy. That's why you're concerned.
Yes.
Okay, so you just need to do the energy thing seriously, Jeffrey. There's nothing you can do to control him. What you might try is, I mean, do you think your pricing is good?
Absolutely.
Okay. You think your pricing is good for you, is good for them.
Yes, ma'am.
I would look at other opportunities with other agencies. It's so funny, I'm very nosy around federal, so I'm always looking around. I've seen things for you with other agencies. Like I just saw something. Now, I don't know that they would be the types of things that you want, but what I really think that you need to do if you want to, let's say you want to do 2 million this year or going into 2020 or 1 million, whatever that is, because you are doing very well. But I know what it is because once you start winning and you're doing well, I know that feeling. You're like, this is fun. I want some more of this, and you want to see that you're going to the next level. But as a business development person, not just for government, what I see for you is, I said, I can't wait to talk to Jeffrey because I want you to look at other agencies. I don't want you having all of your eggs in one basket.
Okay.
It's not good. And then also, I want you to look at other types of opportunities where you could be maybe just delivering food where you don't even have to leave your state, as an example. And I don't know the details, but I know that these come up. And I know that there are people out there doing very well with these. So in addition to your catering, I also want you to look at other things that you can do to grow your multi-millions. Okay. Like there are contracts for just bread, maybe bread, milk. I saw something with the Department of Justice, and I'll send it to you. I saw something with the Department of Justice. You have good, solid experience. That's what I'm excited about for you, because your performance, once you get in the door and somebody takes a chance on you, that's why these other guys are giving you business. The other ones. You know why? If the big guy that we are talking about, the contracting officer that's acting a little funny, if he had said something bad about you, you wouldn't be getting other business. So I think it could be that, because you have to remember, they watch out for themselves too. I really think it might have something to do with price. People underbid themselves and they don't make any money. That's not good and that's not healthy, because you can't stay in business like that. That's why I love when you said, if it's solid, if it's profitable, I'll do it. So, but what I want you to do, in summary, I'm trying to watch the time. In summary, you need to make sure that you are looking at your business model to get to the next level. So that means working with other agencies. That means if you have the capacity. Now, if you don't have the capacity, you also need to look at something else. You need to look at, okay, if I grow this way, if I start looking at other agencies, that means I'm going to have to hire more people. Or, you get a subcontractor, or you just do the things that I'm talking about, like the milk services, the bread services. They order all kinds of stuff. But you have a history already. You won't have a hard time getting in with these other agencies. So you could consider that. What do you think about that? Would you be interested in, like, I'll be honest with you, the Department of Justice, they do a lot of stuff for the prisons.
I know. I see that.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff for the prisons. Some people are afraid of that, or they want to get in and they can't because they don't have your experience. Your experience, even though it's catering, they trust you. You're in the system. You're getting more and more business. And I know that, things were a little bit slow. But again, when I saw your profile, I remember even when I saw the first time, I'm thinking, what is he talking about? He is doing great. He is on his way. But sometimes we need to think things through, and we need to brainstorm, and we need to step outside of where we are. Because we could have situations in our businesses that really frustrate us, and we're just like a dog with a bone, where we're like, you know what, I just got to figure this out. But I think he's not going anywhere. I don't think he's going to change, but I think he may end up needing you again before you need him. I think you just you need to move on from that relationship and work with him on your level, and don't change your pricing either. I was going to say, how do you think your pricing is? Do you think you need to go down a little bit? I mean, you could do that if you I don't think you need to be desperate with him, because he doesn't control every part of the agency, the Army, the Navy, who knows where the food is going. You don't manage that part. But my point is that you have so many other agencies that would give you business. It is not good to have all your eggs in one basket, because if he stopped, Jeffery, you would have nothing.